Welcome back to the Takeout. So very good to have you with us. Luigi Mangione, he's accused of killing UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, will not face the death penalty. The judge dismissed 2 counts against Mangione that, should he have been found guilty, might have brought a death sentence. Mangione now faces the possibility, if convicted, of life in prison without parole. CBS News legal contributor Caroline Polisi has, as you know, been following this case closely, and on a routine basis, when there are significant developments, we ask her to come on to explain it, because this is a high-profile case, to put it mildly. Caroline, I'm so glad you're with us. Why did the judge drop the charges? What do we know?
Yeah, Major, this is a huge win for the defense, to be sure. This is no longer a capital case. The reasoning that the judge laid out here is she dismissed counts 3 and 4, which were federal statutes. She said that the defense essentially articulated a legal reason why even the facts as alleged didn't meet that requirement. And it's sort of a technical reasoning, which is that the predicate crime, which were the first 2 crimes, which were stalking crimes and cyber stalking, that they didn't technically meet the definition of a violent crime for the purposes of this statute. And so, in a nutshell, she essentially said, the upshot of this ruling today really has nothing to do with how the government is going to proceed making their case. It literally just has the practical effect of taking that death penalty off the table, because statutorily counts 1 and 2 don't carry with it the probability or the possibility of the death penalty. So again, huge win for the defense. I would note that sort of the subheading here is that the judge also ruled in a second opinion not to side with the defense. She is allowing that evidence, we've talked about it before, Major, allowing that evidence, that crucial evidence from the backpack to not be suppressed. That's what the defense wanted, but to be allowed to be shown to the jury. Remember, that's the gun magazine loaded. That's the alleged manifesto in this journal. All of this stuff that was found on his person when he was arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
And Caroline, back in September, Mangione also had a terrorism charge dismissed. Is one way to think about this a legal tussle over overcharging and the judge finding some evidence to support defense assertions that there was overcharging?
Absolutely. Again, the defense has won 2 major victories in this case. Remember, Major, there are parallel cases here: a state case and a federal case charging essentially the same conduct, and they're kind of vying for who's going to get the first bite at the apple to try Luigi Mangione. The state, Alvin Bragg's office, the district attorney's office, had charged Mangione with the top charge of murder 1, murder in the first degree, which in New York is a little bit different from what we typically think of a murder 1 charge. It's beyond premeditation. It has this terrorism factor. You're right. It has to have this element of attempting to intimidate a civilian population. The judge said that's just not present here. Huge win for the defense, back then, and taking off the table the possibility, the need for the absolute maximum, which is life in prison without the possibility of parole. So that is not a foregone conclusion.
Caroline Polisi, as always, thank you very, very much.